The year is 1816, and a then 8-year-old kid by the name of Placide Cappeau, he's the son of a wine barrel baker, is playing in the backyard with his friend Brignon when, bang, a gunshot goes off. Cappeau looks down at his hand, and he's been shot through his hand. The shooter, his friend Brignon. He's taken to hospital and his hand is amputated and his life is forever changed. Unable to follow in his father's footsteps and become a cooper, someone who makes wine barrels, Cappeau is sent to college in Paris. His fees are paid for by the guilt-ridden parents of the boy who shot him in the hands. He studies literature and law and poetry. On finishing college, he realizes that literature, law, and poetry don't make a lot of money. So he becomes a wine and spirit merchant. He opens the equivalent, the 18th century equivalent of a bottle-o. And it's here, in the bottle-o, that he's approached to write a poem for a Christmas Eve celebration of the opening of a new organ at his local church. So this bottle-o running, probably atheist part-time poet writes one of the greatest songs that has ever been. One of the greatest Christmas songs, but even one of the greatest songs that has ever been written. Now that song will temporarily press a 24-hour pause on the Franco-Prussian War. It will magically appear in the ears of sailors far out to sea, and it will even be used to start a movement to end slavery in the United States of America. My name is the Reverend Mitch Forbes, and this is Don't Take the Christ Out of Christmas Carols, and the song we're looking at today and next week is Oh Holy Night. Oh Holy Night is quite literally one of my favourite songs. And not one of my favourite Christmas songs, like one of my favourite songs. I have listened to this song and I've cried so many times as I'm listening to it. That's how wonderful and how beautiful it is. And Cappeau, he reckons he wrote it as he was travelling on a stagecoach to go to Paris. He reckons. Who knows? He probably sat down and spent a little bit longer than that. But the story goes, he's approached by the local priest, the father. His name was Pedagine, to write a poem celebrating Christmas for the opening of their church organ, which was apparently being opened around Christmas time. So this local atheist, bottle-o running, part-time poet sits down and he reads the Gospel of Luke. And he tries to imagine what it would have been like to hear that Jesus had come into the world. And he writes this magnificent song, Oh Holy Night. And on finishing the poem, he realizes that this is a masterpiece, that it's a wonderful poem. And he thinks to himself, this is not just a poem, this is a song, and it needs to be a fantastic song. So he gets one of the most famous composers in France at the time, and a guy by the name of Adolphe Adams. He's a Jew, which is funny because he doesn't even believe in Christmas. He doesn't even believe in Jesus. But Cappeau gets him to write the tune to Oh Holy Night. So you have this song written by an atheist, publican kind of fellow, composed by a Jew, that is so good that it literally begins to spread all over France. And pretty soon it's being sung in Catholic churches absolutely everywhere. And people are loving it. They're singing it all over the place until the powers that be at the Catholic Church realize that the song's been written by an atheist and composed by a Jew. And so they ban it. They completely ban it all the way over France. But here's the thing. Have you ever had a song stuck in your head, even a naughty song, a song you shouldn't have stuck in your head, a song stuck in your head that you can't get out of your head? That's Oh Holy Night. People all over France and all over the place just continue to sing it because it is such a belting and banging song. And this is how it ends up pressing pause for 24 hours in the Franco-Prussian War. Now, you need to imagine, this is war. It's been a long day of people killing each other. Germans killing French people, the French people killing Germans, when all of a sudden one of the Frenchmen in his trenches realizes that it's Christmas. And he thinks to himself, Christmas. How can we be killing on Christmas? Christmas is a time to celebrate peace. Peace before God and man. Peace between man and man. And so he steps out of his bunker. And everyone looks at him like he's a crazy guy. He steps out of there. He's not even armed. He doesn't even have a gun in his hand. And he begins to sing. Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. And everyone tells him, get out, man, you're going to get shot. But the Germans on the other side, they begin to hear. They begin to hear this song. And he continues, it is the night of our dear Saviour's birth. Then all of a sudden, from the German side, a man comes out, unarmed as well, and he begins to sing. He sings a Lutheran hymn that goes, from heaven above to earth, I come to bring good news to every home. So the German Lutheran Christians are singing their Christmas carol. The French are singing O Holy Night. And the fierce day of bloody fighting stops. And for 24 hours, everyone remembers the message of Christmas. The message of peace between God and man, and between man and man. And it happens all because this young man began to sing one of the greatest songs that have ever been written, O Holy Night. This song, written by an atheist, composed by an unbelieving Jew, is now being used to stir the hearts of warring people towards peace and love and God himself. Now, what I want you to do is listen to this song. Where does it get that kind of power? What kind of message is it spreading that it even has the capacity to pause war for 24 hours? Have a listen. Tell me, why is it so powerful? And tune in next week to hear how this very song magically appears in the ear holes of sailors far out to sea, and how it inspires a movement to end slavery in the American South. Peace, O Holy Night.